I have a thing with congruence. You know that, right? So let me start here. Mm-hmm. I think the reason why society is in the place that it's in right now is because we have normalized male compartmentalization. We have normalized men creating these tiny little boxes in their brain where they can set up the world in a way that's most comforting for their egos. But in reality, the world is being destroyed and just burning to the ground. But in their minds, as long as their little boxes are nice and safe and their ego is nice and safe, they feel like everything is fine in the outside world.
Conflicting beliefs can create tension and frustration, especially when we start noticing the contradictions. That frustration can turn into anger, and when we react from that place, it can make us seem like unpredictable loose cannons that cannot be trusted to lead.
The reason why I'm saying that is because when you ask me the question about if a woman opens her legs, who's to blame for that? My answer is still going to be the men. If I am to believe that men are supposed to lead, I'm always going to start with whoever the leader is. Always. Because whether or not she opens her legs, he can say no because he's the one leading society. If men are leading society and he's saying that we should not be doing this thing, he has to put the onus on himself to say no, even if the follower opens her legs or not. So I will always put on the men. Now, if men say, you know what, we no longer want this leader follower dynamic, we're all egalitarian and, every man and woman for themselves, then I could answer the question differently. But as long as I am to believe, and as long as women are to believe that men are supposed to lead anything, it is always going to start with the men for me.
Before getting married, it's important to be clear on the foundation you're building your household on. Complementarianism says men and women are equal in value, but have different responsibilities, typically with the man leading and the woman supporting in her own way. On the other hand, egalitarianism says men and women are equal in both value and responsibilities, meaning there's no set expectation for who should do what. Both partners share leadership and responsibilities equally. Once you choose a structure, complementarian or egalitarian, it's important to stick with it unless both you and your partner come back to the table and choose a different structure. Your expectations for yourself and your partner need to align with that framework. If you let your emotions dictate which system you will follow moment to moment, it creates instability in your relationship. Over time, that unpredictability erodes trust, security, and the sense that you can truly rely on each other. Consistency is key to building a strong and stable marriage.